your parts kit for the 13707 Curt trailer hitch class 3. Mine is a 2009 Crown Vic. It fits a bunch of Crown Vics, Mercurys, Fords, whatever, you know. You got your broached, goofy shaped washers. You got your 2 wedges in the back. You got your hardened lag bolts there, or whatever they're called, bolts, nuts. Instruction manual. And to hold it in place, I'm using a jack on each end, pushing up on the bottom of this thing to jam it in place, and then I'm going to mark the holes, drill them out, fish in my bolts. That's what this fishing wire is for. It's a really specialized tool there. Okay, there it is. And then you torque it down. That's it. 4 bolts. It says half an hour or so. Alright guys, so if you're installing a trailer hitch on your Crown Vic, I got a 2009, and you're doing it by yourself, it's a bitch. So, if you don't have any helpers, see if you can borrow a floor jack from your buddy and use your own. Here's what I did, I'll show you. This is a Curt model, it's a class 3, which holds way more weight than the car is rated, and it tows more than the car is rated. But anyway, can you guys see this? Push it up there, slam it against the frame so you can mark it. Again, over here, just cram that thing up against the frame so you can mark the holes, and then, well, that's the hard part. On the Crown Vic, I have a 2009 dual stainless exhaust. I don't have to even touch the exhaust, even though the website says I'll have to relocate the mounting, period. It just is not true. Not on my 2009 with factory stainless. Okay, later guys. Let's talk floor jacks. My dad got this one 20 years ago. Cheap ass thing, still works. Here's mine. I'm sure I paid triple the amount. It's aluminum. I hope it lasts near as long. With these 2 bad boys, I should be able to lift the car clean off the ground. Hey! Like I said, if you don't have 2 guys to hold this thing up and it's not on a rack or whatever, just use your floor jack, put it under the angle iron here, jam it up against the frame until the car starts to budge a bit. Do it on both sides. I was fortunate I got my own jack I keep in the car. Plus, just borrowed my dad's jack. Or hydraulic jack, I should say. Anyway, so it's jammed up there. I'll make sure it's measured and centered. I'll mark my holes, drill them. Of course, after I lower this thing. And then put it back up there with the bolts already installed. And tighten her down, and I'm done. Alright guys, I got the holes drilled, I got the bolts fished in, and I got the washer, if you will, left to right, not front to back, so it spreads the weight evenly side to side on the frame rails. I hope you can see that. I'm getting ready to raise this up. Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. There's my bolts. There's my boot thing. There you go. There's that. Check out the other side. There it is. Alright, so I go up and put a spacer on this front one here. Tighten it down to manufacturer specs. Just a quick update here, guys. When you're fishing through the frame rails, they tell you to just go through the back end right here. This will be the back of the car, see? Well, this one's easy enough, of course, right there, because you just go right there. But they're saying when you fish this one with the fish wire, come through here. The problem is there is a massive shock absorber there for your crash protection. It's a bitch to get around, so go up there. There's another hole. Just use that one. Trust me. Just use that hole. Anyway, took me half an hour to figure that shit out. Oh shit. Alright, so here we are, finished product. Got both straps back in. It's kind of a pain in the ass because I didn't really have anywhere to put those grounding strap clips. I don't know if you can even see this thing, but she's in there. Nice and tight. It's really only a ½ inch lower than the lowest part of the trunk assembly. I don't anticipate any problems. Anyway. Focus, you fuck. There we go. Okay, so I put on the curt trailer hitch. Done deal. Bolts are in. They're torqued to 110 foot-pounds. Model 13707. That would be your class 3 hitch. As you can see, this thing will hold. Focus, you fuck. 6,000 pounds pulling 600 pounds on the tongue. But the caveat here is this car won't do it. The car has limitations based on its frame, its engine, and transmission, so don't think you're going to pull around a thick 6,000 pound vehicle with this P71 police interceptor. It's not going to happen. I know that's a pretty tight shot, but that's my frame, and that's the end of it. Alright, there's the end of the frame, and here's the thingy. 1 hole, 2 holes. That one you have to use the fish line to get the bolt in. This one you just plug it in through this big skookum hole right here. Woo! Alright, so just wanted to show you what you're in for. Again, it's just your grounding wire in the way. And thanks, Floor Jack, for holding this thing up.